Hello there. My name is Linda Jo Martin, the Book Lady. This is my weekly writing video, and today I'm going to be talking about travel writing, and then I'm going to be reading a random short story as usual, plus there will be a tip from Jack Kerouac at the end. Let's get started with travel writing. I am planning to take a trip later this year, and I would like to do some travel writing along the way. So the other day, while I was writing in my journal, I did some brainstorming for reasons why I have problems with travel writing and some solutions. My first travel writing problem is that I feel impatient to make progress on the trip, and I just feel like I don't have time to stop and write. I'd rather do something than write something. My second travel writing problem is that I don't feel comfortable. I need to have a place to spread out my notebook. I'd like to have a nice table, just someplace where I can relax for a while, and I don't feel all that relaxed while sitting in the driver's seat of my car next to a steering wheel. My third travel writing problem is that I feel conspicuous, like I don't belong in the vicinity and people are watching me. My fourth travel writing problem is that if I'm in a hotel room where there is a nice desk, I really don't want to sit in the hotel room because I'd rather be out looking at things. I didn't go to a remote location to sit in a hotel room. And my fifth problem with writing while I'm traveling is just poor time planning. I don't make time for the writing, therefore it doesn't get done. And now let's explore some solutions. Yes, I have solutions to my travel writing dilemma, to focus on this being a literary development trip rather than just a sightseeing trip, and to keep my priorities straight. Table and chair set that I can set up anywhere, like indoors, outdoors, in the wild, on the hillside, anywhere, where I can set up a nice comfortable table that I can write at and have all my writing materials and my art supplies handy. Read something written by somebody who has more experience with travel writing than I do. Keep my artistry in mind at all times. Evaluate every situation that I'm in and every conversation that I'm having for the ability that I might have to transfer that experience to the page. Keep a notebook handy and to record all the details. And my last idea is to pray about it. Pray to have good travel writing opportunities, to meet people that I could write about, and to have experiences that I could write about, and to have just good time planning abilities while I'm traveling. The second part of the video is to choose a random number correlating to a story, a flash fiction story that I've written. And please tell me in the comments whether you think the story is worthy of being published in a book at the end of the year. I am choosing number 7, and there's a little quote on the back of each number. It says, "Confidence is the way to grab the future by the horns." A quote from Thalia Pimmel. I don't know who that is, but I totally agree with the sentiment that I need confidence, and that will make everything a lot easier. So now I'm looking in my notebook for story number 7. That would be maybe this one. Story number 7. A randomly chosen story that may or may not be good. It's very short, it's flash fiction. The prompt is "Right Where the Road Leads." The prompt came out of this book, A Writer's Book of Days. This is the book that I'm getting the prompts out of. And here's the story. "I've tried to warn him, sir," I told the Lord. "Honestly, he just doesn't listen." "Why won't he listen to you?" the Lord asked. I knew it was a rhetorical question. The Lord knows everything. He wanted me to think about why my advice wasn't getting through to Andrew, the young man I'd been assigned to watch over and guide. "It must be the alcohol and marijuana, sir," I sighed. I had been unsuccessful in guiding Andrew away from using those substances, starting when he was a teenager. "Turn up the heat," the Lord suggested kindly. I did my best not to grumble. The life of a guardian angel isn't easy. It is fun when we can award and encourage good behavior, not so much fun to find ways to convince an errant soul to turn away from the world's empty pleasures and turn back to God. What would make Andy reconsider his wayward actions? I walked up behind him and fluttered my wings. He did not even feel the breeze. Andrew was busy with an electronic device, a video game controller. Against this, I feel so helpless. His mind totally focuses on the game, and I sit down next to him, trying to get his attention. Eventually, he puts down the video game controller and walks to the kitchen for chips and another soda. Just then, his phone rings, and he turns to answer it. His girlfriend, Shelley, is on the call. "Come on over here," she says. "We're going swimming." "Will you come?" Andrew looks longingly at the video game, then says, "I'll be there in a little while." He turns off the TV and heads out to the garage. He gets on his mountain bike, coasting down the driveway and into the road. Then I see it, a big blue truck with dualies, pulling a travel trailer. "Watch out," I yell to Andrew, but as usual, he pays no attention to me. The truck hits him. He flips off the bike and onto the hood of the truck, resting halfway up the now cracked windshield. The bicycle goes in the other direction under the front wheels of the truck. Andrew is severely injured, but he is not dead. I have never felt so much relief because he is not saved, and I still have great hopes for him. Andrew is sent to a hospital for a long recovery. There are no video games there, but there is a chaplain, and I'm happy to see someone is keeping Andrew in prayer. So the third part of my video is to read another tip from Jack Kerouac. They are recorded on page 18 of this book that was written by Judy Reeves. I love this book. Tip number 3. I like this one. Try never get drunk outside your own house. That's exactly how he wrote it. Try never get drunk outside your own house. So I think that's excellent advice. And personally, I don't get drunk. I don't think I've ever been really drunk. Certainly have never been drunk enough to throw up, pass out, or forget what I was doing. I may have been just a little tipsy because really a little bit of alcohol, like 1 ounce, is enough to get me to feel a little inebriated. So let's just say I can't handle alcohol, so I don't use it. And I really don't understand why writers drink. A lot of people talk about writers being alcoholic or how it's better to write while drinking wine and things like that, but it's never worked for me. It just dulls my mind. Anyhow, Kerouac's advice is never to drink outside your own house, and that's probably a wise idea, especially if you have a predilection for drinking. But seriously, drinking, how does that help writing? I've never figured that one out. So, my goodness, I think this video has been very revealing, and I didn't really mean to do the Christian thing on you guys with the short story, but it just happened to be there. Sometimes when I'm writing, this is the stuff that pours out. You never know what you're going to get because it's all very random. So that's it for me today. Happy writing. Hope you have a good book to read. Talk to you in the next video. Bye.